Hi, I'm Shelley Wood and this is my tiny sewing room where I make doll clothes sewing videos. Today I'm going to show you how to make this very adorable little donut sandwich board Halloween costume, which will fit 18-inch dolls like the American Girl dolls, My Generation Journey girls, Adora Amazing girls, and a number of other dolls in this size range. Mine is a Madame Alexander. Before we begin, please go to shelleywood.com to download and print this free PDF sewing pattern and use it to cut out 2 tan felt donut pieces. I recommend that you use felt that's kind of the color of baked goods, and also use some cotton that reminds you of frosting to cut out the 2 cotton sides of each donut. Anything with a pastel polka dot will probably work pretty well for this, for that frosting side of your donut. You'll also need felt for the shoulder straps. Now I made mine to match the doll's shirt. I have a separate tutorial for the felt top if you're interested. And I've also got a tutorial for the leggings and patterns for both. Okay, let's get this sewing project underway. Clip around the middle of both the cotton donut and the felt one. So you see me doing that here with the cotton. And I'm just clipping maybe 1/4 of an inch in. And then also the felt you'll need for each donut, and that means you'll do this twice. So there's 2 cotton pieces and there's 2 felt pieces, and you're going to clip 1/4 inch in for both. Lay 1 strap over 1 felt donut and baste them together at the trapezoidal notch. Do the same for the other strap right at the trapezoid. Lay 1 of the cotton frosting pieces on top, keeping the printed side of the cotton facing the felt, sandwiching the straps in between them. Sew around the outside edges of the donut, leaving an opening from notch to notch and including those notches. Here's a closer look at my stitches. Now the opening is where we will later fill the donut, so keep that in mind. For the other donut, place cotton on top of felt, but this time you won't need the straps at all. Here's how this second donut looks once I've sewn around the outside of it. Now you have 2 donuts, one with straps and one without. Clip around the seams of both donuts. So again, I'm doing this in fast motion, but you want to go slow and careful so you don't cross over your stitches. And I also use a weird color, like white on top of brown, so you can see my stitches. Later when I'm sewing the cotton, I use brown on top of white so you can see my stitches. Invert both donuts. And be very gentle with the felt, especially on the straps. Those straps are just basted on, so you want to be real gentle when you get those out of the donut itself. Now press your seams. Pull the straps out as you press, again gently. Fold your clipped center pieces inside the donut and whip stitch around the center to create a seam all the way around the donut hole. And again, I wouldn't use brown thread, I'm just doing this for you, but do this for both of your donut pieces. And here's how it looks when you're all done. Of course, I would recommend that you have a matching thread color. Follow these directions for both of your donut pieces. On the felt side of the no straps donut piece, add the female side of 2 size 1/0 sew-on snaps, about 1 centimeter from each of the notches. Now your pattern is marked with snap circles to kind of help you position your snaps. Add a little fiber fill sometimes called stuffing, to both donuts. And when I say a little, I mean very little. You don't want it to be overstuffed because it will look too much like an inner tube or a pillow, and you want it to actually look like a Halloween costume. So like a sandwich board, you want it sort of flat but puffy. If you can imagine that, frisbee-like is maybe how you want to think of it. And you want to do this with both. Stuff both of them with fiberfill. For the side that already has snaps, just fold in the raw edges of the fabric, pinch it together, and then whip stitch it shut. If you need help with the whip stitch, I have a tutorial for the whip stitch in the links below this video on YouTube. Note how the snaps are exposed right at the top, and that's what you want. Here's how it will look from the cotton side, and here's how it will look with the felt side. But for the side that has straps, you need to pinch the fabric around the straps, incorporating the straps into your stitches with the straps ends, at least one end of each strap, inside the donut. So just like you can see me doing here, I'm trying to make sure that I fold those so that each strap has its end inside the donut. Whip stitching this way can be a little tricky, so I'm going to show you a little video of me doing it. And I just move that strap back and forth while I do my whip stitch to try and make it so that my whip stitch goes all the way through that little purple strap. You don't want to sew the strap accidentally to the donut. Now you should have two donuts, one with straps and one without, but both have cotton fronts and felt backs. But only the no strap donut has snaps so far, and that means that we're going to need to fold the end of one of the straps. Notice I'm folding toward the brown felt side. You want to fold it once like this, and then a second time like this. Whip stitch around the bottom of this fold. Again, the fold is toward the brown felt, and what we're doing is making this strap extra sturdy so that a snap can be sewn to connect the two donuts. So create this thick end for both of your felt straps. Sew a male snap to the end of one of your straps. Notice which side I'm sewing it to, relative to the felt side of the donut. Attach a male snap to each of your straps, so you're going to end up each one has a male snap. And now your strappy donut looks like this. Check to make sure your snaps do connect correctly. Attach the donut straps over your doll's shoulders, and voila! You have a donut Halloween costume. For more free printable sewing patterns, including free patterns for the shirt and the little leggings pants, remember to visit my website, shelleywood.com.
What if there was an easy way to take a big doll pattern and resize it to fit a little doll, or vice versa? I'm Shelley Wood, the doll clothing designer, and in my pattern alteration class, I'm going to share with you my resizing formula.
Pattern alteration is when you take a pattern that you already own and you make changes to it. Let's say a dress doesn't fit your doll quite right. I'll show you how to create a gusset to extend the dress's bodice. Along the same lines, I'll show you how to use a doll's body measurements to lengthen and shorten shirt sleeves, and to recreate the pants patterns you already own so they will fit dolls of different shapes and sizes. Following my instructions, you'll learn how to reshape dresses and skirts, making them fuller or less full depending on the look you're going for. With this collection of more than 40 videos, you'll use my measurement guide and dozens of tips and tricks to create a full wardrobe for the doll or dolls of your choice.
I invite you to join me. We are going to have so much fun.